You're in Scotland looking over the Loch Ness Lake, miles and miles of calm water. As you scan the water with your eyes, you see in the distance something pop its long head out of the water. Is it a dinosaur? This is an example of one of the most famous cryptids. Cryptozoology, meaning the study of hidden animals, is considered as one of the newest life sciences springing forth in the 20th century. Back in 1958, a journalist named Andrew Genzoli of the Humboldt Times posted an article about loggers in Northern California who had discovered large footprints. Maybe we have a relative to the abominable snowman in the Himalayas, Genzoli wrote. To his surprise, this article intrigued readers and other publishers, getting lots of attention. Follow-up articles were posted about the huge 16-inch footprints that the creature left, leading to the name Bigfoot. The more our population agrees to a story, the more belief it evokes. Sightings from Canada had sprouted by this time. At one point, TV shows offered $1,000 to anyone who could prove the existence of Bigfoot. In the 80s, he became so popular, a movie came out called Harry and the Hendersons, portraying a friendly giant in need of protection. So why has he continued to be a legend for over 60 years? He's a media icon. Because it's something we've never seen before, we naturally draw curiosity. The incongruity theory is based on the idea that our curiosity is motivated when we are presented with something that doesn't fit into our understanding of the world. So for example, imagine you're sitting in a desk and all of a sudden the pencil sitting on the desk rolls a couple inches to the right. Because pencils are not supposed to move on their own, this does not fit into our worldview. Can you imagine not looking around the desk in an attempt to explain why the pencil moved? Our curiosity was aroused by some external event making us move to understand in which supports the incongruity theory. This was one of the most second well-known legends to be born. The first written account of Nessie was found in the biography of St. Columba from 565 AD. It was reported a swimmer was bitten, and since then, occasional sightings were reported. It was not until 1933 when the monster's legend had sprouted. We all want monsters. We want things that are bigger than we are. It was not until 1933 when Loch Ness began to grow. A road adjacent to Loch Ness offered a view of the lake, allowing a couple to see an enormous animal that they described as a prehistoric monster that had a long neck. This was reported in a Scottish newspaper, and since then, many sightings followed. In 1934, Robert Kenneth photographed the mysterious creature. The photo showed the monster's small head and long neck. Because there was physical evidence of its existence, it was posted in the Daily Mail, sparking an internet sensation. Many sonar explorations took place to locate the Loch Ness monster, but none were successful. In 1994, it revealed that the picture was a phony. Since there was so little conclusive evidence the Loch Ness monster actually existed, it remained very popular and it brought profit to Scotland. It contributed nearly $80 million to their economy. What makes them legendary is the key point of the unknown, whether someone knows the true factual evidence to these stories or not. Because they are heard worldwide, there are different tellings of them, making it such an unknown as to whether or not these creatures are real. As a society, we can all agree for the most part that anything we read in the newspaper is assumed to be true because it is such a reliable source. So therefore, it makes us humans susceptible to believing in the Loch Ness monster and Bigfoot. Cryptozoology is such an unknown science that it is bound to remain at worst pseudoscience and at best a transitional field of research. Just like the finding of the giant squid, it provides evidence of both the promises and the inherent problems of the field of cryptozoology. Earth and its oceans are so enormous and deep that scientists won't know everything cease to exist, but when they come upon such incredible findings, it makes them such a strong believer in their field of science. The small percent of one thing actually existing is what keeps believers in cryptozoology going. People are shocked when they hear about an unknown sighting, so they tend to seek out and hunt for this cryptid, establishing a belief. This implies that we have reason, which suspects existence towards an unknown creature.
Thank you. Questions?
Yes?
Do you believe in Bigfoot or the Loch Ness monster?
No, because there's not any scientific research to actually prove it. There's such little evidence.
there are lots of these cryptids out there that various people and cultures believe in. You know, a couple of examples, other examples being Chupacabra, which we've heard about before, Jersey Devil, several other ones. But Bigfoot and Loch Ness Monster by far and away are the most famous examples. Why do you think those two in particular over the others are so revered?
I think maybe just because of their size and how popular they've gotten to be, because I guess they have been said to be seen all over the world, so they have more viewers and more, like just how the economy in Scotland boosted, like they've made profit off of all the stuffed animals and things in stores. But yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
Any other questions? All right. Thank you very much.